What's going on, guys, and welcome back to EmKay. My name is Damien, and it's a very good day today, and do you know why? Because today I have been given the pleasure of taking another stroll through the place where names go to die. It's r/tragedy. Someone called to make an appointment for Alex, A-L-E-X, but spelled it out to me over the phone as A-A-L-Y-I-X-X, which is short for Alexandria, spelled A-A-L-Y-I-X-X-A-N-D-R-I-A. I'm sorry, but at some point we need to bully people for bad spellings of common names. And you know, the worst part is that most times it's not even the person with the bad name's fault. It's the parents trying to be quirky and give their child a unique name because they think that that's going to make them stand out. Because yes, you're right, it will make them stand out for all of the wrong reasons. Thought my kid had a crush, turned out to be a tragedy. Oh no. My son, 12, has a classmate, F12-ish, that he talks about a lot. Every time he mentions her to me, he always called her my angel. We thought it was so adorable. He's got his first crush ever. Oh my God, so cute. So today, after I picked him up from school, he was going on again about something funny my angel did, and I started teasing him about being into her because he's always calling her by that cute nickname. He looked at me in total confusion and said, "Mom, I don't have a crush on her. That's her name." Yes, the girl is literally named my angel. Oh, what? Just imagine the creep factor of everyone, including her teachers, being forced to literally call her my angel. Yikes. Also, to answer people's questions, my son showed me her picture in last year's yearbook because I didn't believe anyone named their kid my angel. Yes, that's her name, not Maya Angelou. And she's not from a family from Africa or Asia. She's white and has a very typical Anglo-Saxon last name. Think Smith, Davis, Cooper, etc. My son has a girl in his class named My Blessed. Obviously, they're being jestful. I once had a coworker who went by Sugar. Turned out her full legal first name was Sugar Babe. Her full legal name was Sugar Babe? Was the parents, did they think they were raising a human or a fucking racehorse? What the fuck is going on? Google didn't like my new niece's name. Ribeye Jean is here. What is that? Gotta correct. Ruby Jean, your new niece, or our new niece. Sorry, you named the kid Ruby with an E? Why? And you don't need the E. Ruby Jean was already perfectly unique enough, but instead now they're gonna have to add that to autocorrect, otherwise everyone's gonna call them Ribeye. Aww, who's our little prime cut? Please join us for a baby shower. Join us to celebrate the upcoming arrival of a little bundle of joy in honor of Chernobyl Hope. Are you kidding me? Excuse me? Again, something that just completely eclipses my understanding of why someone would do this. You named your kid Chernobyl? Did you hear what happened in Chernobyl and went, that's crazy? But that's a cute name. What the fuck? Why? I'm sure everyone at the celebration will be radiant. Oh, I'm positive. Yeah, I'm positive they will be. 2024 baby names banned in New Zealand. And they actually have requests, so I'm going to guess this is like people have requested this name. King had 11 requests, Prince had 10, Princess had 4. No surname with 3 requests, so they'll just be known mononymously, like one name, like Prince, like Prince, no last name. Rogue had 3, Sativa had 3, Caesar had 2, JP had 2, Princess had 2, spelled P-R-Y-N-C-E-S-S. Apostrophe in the name had 1 request, and then everything else here has 1 request. So what else was Allah? Allah with a accented A. Bishop, Crown, Crownus, Duke, Emperor, Fanny, General Ice, Indica, Juke, Justice, KC, Kingy, Kings with a Z, King with a Y. I feel like that's the same guy. Like, he keeps getting rejected, like, tries again. Lady, Majesty, Major, Messiah, Mighty, Prince, Queen, Royal, Royalty with 2 L's, Saint, Sovereign, okay, what the hell, where are you coming up with Sovereign? Happy first birthday to Coriander. Really, is that what you're naming your child? You after a spice? What influenced you? A good meal? Oh, Coriander from Tamaran. How tragic. If you read comics, you know this tragedy has layers. Saw this in my pregnancy due date group today. Uh-oh. Baby boy on the way. I'm so excited, but I can't decide on the middle name we'll use. I already have a Mazikeen Vanya. And then you want to name Septimus Victor or Septimus 7? I like that everyone's saying no. Added by anonymous member, no. I like that, but I think they're gonna take that literally and give their kid the middle name No. What are you naming your kids after? What the hell's going on? LOL, anonymous member 503 doing God's work. Someone's gotta steer the course. Correct the path before they lead their kid to ridicule. Welcome, baby, no. And that's what I'm worried about. That's what I'm worried about is them reading no and going, I've never thought about naming a kid. That's gotta be the most unique name. Welcome into the world, no. That's oh man. Brinlinson's first time at the splash pad on Father's Day. Well, good for Brinlinson, but that's a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad name. That's a name that earns ridicule. Brinlinson, that name gave me a brainurism. I think you meant brainurism. Yeah, no, sorry. Thank you for correcting me. That's exactly what I meant. That name is a sin. Very nice. Well played. Well played. Deserving of the upvotes there. My cousin is about to name her second child a tragedy. Are you watching it in real time? Me and my cousin were talking about baby names at a family gathering the other day. She already has one child, Oliver, but is pregnant second trimester with her second. Just curious, she asked for what baby names that I like. So I told her some names that I like. Elliot, Augustus, Lachlan, Aurelia, Ivory, Vivienne. She said she liked Ivory, even though I don't really want her naming her kid something I said I liked. Maybe I'm just overreacting. But then she said she liked a bunch of names. All simple, but also all tragedy-able. So I asked her to spell them out. And here we go. I'll read the name, and then I'll spell it out for you, okay? Brayton, Breightyn. Braxton, Braxxten. Anthony, Anth. Oh, we're gonna get a victory? Not quite. Ynee. Cassley, or Cassley. Kassleiigh. Auroralee. Aur. It was just Aurora with Lee at the end. So Auroraleighh. Or, and here's the fucker, Laundry. Laundry. Laundreigh. Laundry? Hello? Like the chore? Laundry? And then she said if she did end up going with Ivory, she'd spell it Eyvoree. Are we dead ass? They don't know the gender yet, by the way. Edit. I showed her your guys' replies, and she said she just wants her kids to have a unique name. I told her that's exactly the problem, and she was no short of furious. Is this supposed to be Ariel? Join us for a baby shower. Honoring EAGH. I think that is Ariel Joy. Not quite how you want to spell that, I'd say. These people are about to name their kid McKaylee or Braxton. McKaylee being spelled McKayleigh, or Braxton, Braxtynn. Buck or dough, cut to know. And the worst part is, all the effort was put into the cake. No effort into the child's name. That one's gonna be, drops names in a hat. We're gonna pull out our, by random choice. The cake is where all of it really came together. If it's a boy, Ruger, Colt, Hunter, Gunner. If it's not a boy, Dad's gonna get all red-faced and pissy and stomp off. That's true. That's how it goes. Because he's a real country boy. My friend joked about having 20 kids and naming them all Haley, but each one's spelled differently. 20 ways to spell Haley. We have Haley, Hailey, Haley, 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 Hailee, Haley, Haylle, Haley, Hallee, Healy, Heileey, Healy, Heileei, Haley, Heylee, Haley, Heylii, and then it just keeps going on and on and on. The most unique ones towards the very bottom, and I want to spell out a couple of them. Haley, but with a P, a silent P like in pterodactyl, or Haley spelled HEAIGHLEEIGXX'. Or, and this is the real kicker, Haley spelled PHEAIGHLLE'Igh. Torturing your kids by having to make them spell that name forevermore. And yet there's no Haley spelled how you would expect. Because why would it? Why? That's so obvious. That's so obvious. Why? It's like right under our nose. How could we miss it? Hospital refused chosen baby name. And this is an r/legal advice. And they're located in Alabama, so I'm not going to do the voice, but you can hear it in your head. Hi, I've run into something weird and I'm honestly not sure what to do. My baby girl was born last week here in Alabama, and we picked a unique name that means a lot to us. XFRGOLSZZZXY. We say it like Surf Golsey. I know it's different, and that was the whole point. I didn't grow up with much and always felt like people looked down on me because of where I'm from and the kind of name I had. I wanted something special for my daughter. Also, my dad was a surfer, so we wanted to include that in her name. When we were at the hospital filing out the birth certificate paperwork, the lady behind the desk looked at the name and told me, "I'm sorry, but names can't start with X followed by a consonant. That's not allowed in Alabama." That's fascinating. I asked her if she could show me where it said that, and she just pointed at this big binder and mumbled something about naming standards. She couldn't give me a straight answer. I tried calling the county office later that week, and basically got the same thing. They said our name didn't, quote, meet system requirements, but couldn't say why exactly. At least they promised me to look into it. The way I see this, the name only uses English letters. No numbers, no emojis, no weird accents or anything. I've looked up the Alabama rules and all it says is names have to be made with English alphabet letters, hyphens, or apostrophes. That's it. So now, they're telling us we either need to choose a different name or leave it blank and go to court to petition for it. I don't have the money or time to fight the state just to name my own kid. Feels very wrong. Now this is a very interesting post to put in r/legal advice. Obviously this made its way to tragedy, but I hope to God, I want to see what people had to say, because this to me is a minefield, a powder keg ready to ignite. And of course I don't get to see what's being said. I never get to have any fun. I never get to have any fun at all. Not to be lactose intolerant, but I don't know how to pronounce 80% of white names. Why did you censor racist? How racist? How dare you? How dare you refuse to pronounce my daughter's name? Come on, McKay Lou, let's go home. On a serious note, how's that said? Well, it's pronounced Jessica, but I like that unique spelling. Oh yes, Jessica, spelled MAKAYLEIGHLOUGH. Yes, of course. Denzelroy, Sincere, Hayden, Kanaya, and Jackery. My first son is Zamarian. Daughter is Zalea. Second son is Jariah. My daughter is Mabry. Sounds very close to maybe. My daughter's name is Chanson, rather. Crew and Creed. A little odd, but honestly, Crew and Creed are the most normal names here so far. Calliope? You named your kid Calliope? What the hell's Calliope? Kasaya, Starly, Zaria, Elithea. My middle kiddo's name is the most unique. It's Zeppelin Page. Homage to Led Zeppelin and Jimmy Page. And your kid will appreciate neither of those things. Indica, spelled INDYKA. Yarksy, Zaria, Alize, Valentino. Valentino's fine. And our last one, Kaylee. Also, Kaylee, a little odd spelling, but I think that one's mostly fine. Sunny, female. I'm okay with that one. 7, male. Less okay. Severe, male. Even less okay. Those are my babies. My daughter is named Jilly. Pronounced the same as Jilly, but looks cuter written. I don't agree. I don't think it's cuter written as JILLEIGH. It's just complicated. My oldest son is Brentley, not Bentley, Brentley. And my youngest is Oliver Glass, otherwise known as OG. Well, at least now you've given him a nickname in case he doesn't want to use Oliver Glass. Okay. But I promise you he's not OG. My one and only son is Leoleus T'Challa. Come on now. Come on. I named my son Skyland, or Skyland, which is sky and land put together, and people pronounce it as Skeeland. Well, yeah. Camille, or Kamylle, but people will say Camille. My oldest daughter's name is McKaylee. I only met one other girl with that name, but spelt different, and that's not a point of pride. I had twin girls and named them Liberty Bell, oh my God, and Lindsay James. It keeps going, man. Jiraiya, shout out to the weebs giving their kids names from Naruto. That's why I don't recognize that. I'm probably also pronouncing it wrong each and every time, but I could not care, man. I do not care. The hospital messed up my baby's name and we just got the birth certificate and it's Corn. My baby's name is legally Corn. Hell yeah, dude. The name is supposed to be Cora, not anymore. It's Corn now. And then the you know, not even a backwards R. That's a little disrespectful, right? A girl from my due date group on Facebook is having a C-section on December 25th and wants to name her kid Christmas Day, spelled Chrissmissdae. She asked for opinions on other holiday name ideas, and I suggested Noel or Ivy, and she replied, I don't know, those are kind of weird sounding. Weirder than Christmas Day? I'm sure. I'm sure Christmas Day was the weird one. Yeah, God forbid. Noel? Ivy? What, are you trying to give my kid a stupid name or something? Names banned in Australia. I'm assuming their tragedy versions would also be banned. Okay, all right, Australia, let's see your list of banned names. I'm all ears. A list of banned baby names in Australia. Number 1 is Admiral. 2 is Adolf Hitler. All right. I appreciate its place on the list. Just crossing it off real quick. Number 3 is Anzac. 4 is Australia. 5 is Bishop. Oh, sorry. 5 is Baron. 6 is Bishop. 7 is Brigadier. I don't know if I said that right. Bombhead, Brother, Cadet, Captain, Chief, Christ, Chow Tao, Colonel, Commander, Commissioner, Commodore, Constable, Corporal, Cyanide, Dalai Lama, Dame, Devil, Head, just in case any, parents are thinking of have any funny ideas. Doctor, Duke, Emperor, Facebook, Father, General, God, Goddess, Harry Potter, Honor, IKEA, iMac, Inspector, Jesus Christ, Judge, Justice, King, Lady, Lieutenant, Lord, Madam, Mafia, Majesty, Major, Marijuana, Marshal, Medicare. Marshall's interesting. I wonder why Marshall's banned. I feel like maybe because of I don't know. Would it be like a thing where it feels adjacent to military? But I know people named Marshall, so I don't feel like that's all that weird. But maybe that's a personal bias. Medicare, Messiah, Minister, Mr., Monkey, Ned Kelly. That's who the hell is why is that specifically called out? He was an Australian outlaw. I see. So they're like, don't you dare. No, that's not allowed. Nutella, officer, Osama bin Laden, panties, passport, Pope, Premier, President, Prime Minister, Prince, Princess, Professor, Queen, Rango, Robocop, Saint, Satan, Scrotum, Seaman, Sergeant, Sir, Sister, Smelly Snort, Socceroos, Terrorist, and by the way, this list is still going, Thong, and Virgin. So those are the 89 names you could not name your kid. If you had any aspirations to name your kid Snort or Virgin or Ned Kelly, I'm sorry, but Australia is not a place where you could do that. You're gonna have to go somewhere else. France also banned the name Nutella. That is fascinating that Nutella has been banned in 2 countries as a name. Was there something happening? Is Nutella so popular that people were like, I'm naming my kid after this?